Yo, what's good? It's KS905 TV. More food stamp stuff. Let's see what we got going on. We're just gonna dive straight in and then we'll talk after. All right. So let's see what she got going.
Y'all do know this government shutdown ain't just finna affect people that's getting food stamps, right? While y'all are celebrating so hard for people to not get them, right? The first thing y'all want to say is, oh, get a job, when most of the people who are on EBT, they have a job. They have a job. That's actually a requirement to get EBT if you don't have small kids, or if you're not elderly or disabled and things like that. Yes, or you are required to have a job to get EBT. While y'all are so quick to throw out, oh, get a job, get a job. There was a mom that even said, I got a job, I needed that EBT. Now she can't pay for her child care. And folks are, oh, well, you can get 2 to 3 jobs. I got it. You can do it too. How she gonna manage 2 or 3 jobs and try to be a mom with no village? Stop depending on the government. The government is what we are supposed to be, depending on all of us. Where you think your jobs and stuff coming from, brother? What is y'all are praising people not getting EBT no more? And I realize that as long as this shutdown go down, it's finna interrupt y'all jobs. It's finna affect y'all jobs. Labor is finna go through the roof. They're finna cut people off, bro, or they're finna less
Yo.
time y'all hours. My bad.
Hey, this is crazy. They are finna less time y'all hours. Yo, shout out to her. That was funny.
Let me fix that, because y'all be speaking on my grammar, because I am country as hell. Yes, I am. They finna start giving y'all less hours at work. It's not just finna affect the people that get food stamps. Yeah. Y'all are gonna have to eat those words up. God don't like ugly. And y'all are being super, super ugly right now, bro. Like, oh my moms, y'all are being so ugly right now. It's not even funny. Y'all are wanting to see people struggle. Yeah, work like the rest of us. Yep. Kudos to you. Guess what? You ain't finna be working like that no more. Unless you have your own business, and it's even affecting people with their own businesses. And what, man, hey, y'all finna have to eat that celebration up. That's all I gotta say. I ain't finna say save my video, mark my words, or none of that. But y'all gonna have to eat them words up, because y'all don't speak less on the less fortunate. Like, this super weird, bro. That's an evil heart to have, bro. Y'all are happy to see people struggle. I agree with y'all with the people that is abusing it, because most of the people that is abusing it, they do got super great jobs, and they found out a way to work their way in the system to get them. I do agree with that, but majority of the people that do have them, because how strict they have made the program now for you to be able to get them, bro, y'all don't even know what the freak y'all talking about, bro. Y'all are just happy to see people down. It's an evil heart to have, bro, but y'all gonna have to eat them words up. Mark that.
Yo, that accent was tough. Hey, shout out to her. Shout out to everybody. But man, more food stamp stuff, huh? Listen, man, I get it. I get it. You know, a lot of people are talking about it. Yeah, a lot of people are celebrating it like they're happy. I've seen a lot of jokes. I've seen jokes saying chicks gonna be smasher for $40-$50 again. Dudes is saying again, by the way. Some people saying, yeah, you know, they're happy, they deserve it, Ray. So here's the problem, just generally speaking in life. When you have people that abuse something like that, abuse the system or something like that, right? The only people that end up getting hurt are the people who really do need it. So now let's say the government is like, all right, let's make a statement. Let's cut this off, Ray. The people who really need it are the ones that are going to be hurt from it, thanks to the people who were abusing the system. So, you know, I don't know, you know, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I know it's a political thing and that's not my channel. But, you know, it's a hot topic and we'll continue to cover it. So here's another video she put on her TikTok. Shout out to her. That's her TikTok. Of a man giving his reaction to the situation.
You could not pay me to care what somebody uses their SNAP or their EBT to buy. You just fucking couldn't. Because of the laundry list of things that I have an issue with my tax dollars being spent on, that's not fucking one of them. Let's see here. Our demented septuagenarian is going on fucking golf trips every goddamn day. Our futon fornicating vice president loves to go on a vacation. We bankrolled a goddamn genocide. Oh, and let's not forget the fucking concentration camps that are being built in the U.S. that you sacks of shit gave cutesy little names to. And what you're fucking worried about is people who are on the brink of fucking poverty getting a pack of Oreos with dinner so they have something to look forward to. Give me a fucking break. Wow. You red hat and cousin humping motherfuckers raised to have zero empathy for anyone at all? Because all I get out of this is that you motherfuckers are looking for any excuse to punch down on somebody who has a worse lot in life than you. And half of you motherfuckers do it with a cross on your neck and you're the first in the pew on fucking Sunday. Wow. God damn, eat a bag of shit and get fucked. Wow. You could not pay me to care what somebody uses their SNAP or their EBT.
Yo, he went crazy. And I guess she duetted the video. So shout out to the content creators out there. So I guess this gentleman is basically saying he don't care. He's saying we got bigger problems, and there's, you know what I'm saying, there's stupider things that the government, that his tax dollars are, our tax dollars are being spent on. So he basically saying, why y'all worrying about EBT? Like they're spending our tax dollars on a lot crazier stuff, which, you know, he could have a point. I'm neither here nor there. You know, I don't use EBT. Obviously, I work crazy hours. I work hard. Not saying they don't. Not saying, you know, Shorty before, she made a good point. You know, some people really need it, and some people do work, and some people work hard, and, you know, it's just hard out here, and they just need some help. So, you know, if you have it and it's being taken away from you and you need some help, you got the, you know, I feel for you. You know what I'm saying? But how do we decipher who needs it and who doesn't? I'm sure they have ways, right? But there's some people out there that don't necessarily need it. They just need to work on how they organize their money and their income and their financing. But who's gonna come out and really admit and take accountability and say, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really need it, but, you know, it helped out. That was one less thing I had to worry about, was my food bill. The average person, I don't know what the average person spends on food. You know, I live alone. I'm single, so my monthly food bill might be way different from the next person. You know, I eat out a lot since I'm always on the road. You know, I wake up 5 a.m., I go to work. I come home like 11:30 p.m. I'm out all day, so I'm eating out all day. So my food bill might be a little more than the average person. And I don't know, what does the average person even get in food stamps? And I'll say this, right? I don't really care what people buy with their food stamps or you know, who's getting it and all of that. It don't bother me. But I will say this. There's been, we all gotta admit, there was people out there, you know, getting crab legs and lobsters and stuff like that. When it's supposed to be a survival tool, right? Not that I care, I don't care. But if you think about it logically, if you need it to survive, you want to make that the food, your SNAP, EBT, whatever, stretch. You want to make it stretch. Should be buying healthy stuff and, you know, making it stretch, you know. Thanksgiving coming up. I know there's people out there saying, dang, I'm not going to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving because I don't have my SNAP. That is sad. I'm not going to lie. If I needed EBT just to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving, that's tough. And, you know, hopefully you guys can get what you need and have the Thanksgiving you want to have and all of that, right? So before we get going, I just wanted to show y'all that. Let me see if there's anything else on this topic on her page real quick. Okay, I think we'll just leave it right there. But anyways, man, listen, man. We got enough drama and enough going on. We don't need to be fighting about some food stamps. I mean, for the people who need it, I hope you get it. But everyone else, we don't need to spend our energy battling and clashing in the comments as usual. Man, we need to be trying to get to the money. You know what I'm saying? Rather than wasting time bashing each other and making fun of people who losing their food stamps, let's get to that money. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us, we work hard, but let's try to get to the money. And even if you lost your EBT and all of that, let's try to find ways where we can put ourselves in a position where we don't have to depend on the government. Some people believe in their heart they have to. That's the only way. What if EBT food stamp never existed? You would have found another way, and this wouldn't even be a conversation. The option was there, and a lot of people got used to it and used it as a crutch. And I'm not saying I disagree with it, because I do agree with helping people that need help. I do agree with that. We all need a little help sometime. But I'm just saying, if it never existed to begin with, it wouldn't have been a conversation. You know, you would find another way. When you don't have, you find another way. Some people work the best under pressure when they don't have it and they need, and they got to go on a hunt. They're hungry. They got to eat. You'll find a way. You know, some people, maybe some people will suffer, and I'm so sorry for that. All right. Anyways, this KS905 TV. Tell me what you think in the comments. Food stamp drama. November 1st is tomorrow. Happy Halloween. So what's going to happen? Is it going to affect people right away, or is it going to take a week or so before people start feeling sufferation? How does this thing work, guys? Talk to me in the comments. Peace.